Hello and welcome again. So we're going to take care of the first character, which is Hercules. So let's start. I have my regular human figure here on the left to use as reference, but we're going to do something entirely different. So actually Hercules will be similar to the heavy character that we've done a few videos ago, but with a few differences. So I'm going to zoom in here a bit. I'm going to select the ellipse tool here, hold shift and create a perfect circle. So we're going to start with the head. We want the head to be a small cranium and a large jaw. So I'm going to take the rectangle tool here. I'm going to stand here on the center of the circle, hold Alt, click and drag to create a rectangle that goes from the center outwards, and I'm going to drag from these little circles, which are the live corners. So I'm going to do so like this, and I'm going to drag this a bit down. So this will be the overall shape of the head for this character. Now I'm going to take the ellipse tool again, and I'm going to create a few extra circles. Okay, so this will be the left ear. I'm going to take it, hold Alt and Shift, and click and drag to create a duplicate on the other side. Now I'm going to again select the ellipse tool and create two big circles for the shape of the hair, just like that. So right now we have the overall silhouette of the head created. I'm going to group these two shapes and these two shapes for the ears. And I'm going to select everything and align. So there we go. This will be our head, so I'm going to select it and group it by hitting Ctrl G on the keyboard. And I'm going to continue with a different body part, in this case the chest. I'm going to take the rectangle tool, stand here on the middle, hold Alt, click and drag, and create a big shape right here. So now I'm going to take the white arrow, select the bottom part of this rectangle to activate the live corners and drag up. So I have a rectangle that's rounded on the bottom side. And I'm going to take the rectangle tool again, stand here on the middle and drag outside to create a shape for the neck. So it should be pretty wide, just like this. Maybe I'm going to drag these two shapes upwards. So the shape of the neck is very distinguishable from the overall silhouette. So I'm going to take everything, resize a bit so it fits our canvas, and I'm going to continue. Now I'm going to take again the rectangle tool, stand here on the center, hold Alt as usual, and create a large shape just like this. Okay, so this should be the middle section along with the hip area. I'm merging those two body masses into one. So I'm going to take the bottom part and round it up. So we have half of our character now, or at least his silhouette. I'm going to again select everything and align horizontally. So there we go. I'm going to resize a bit again, just in case. And I'm going to create the legs. So the legs should be very thick. I'm going to start from here and work with that. Now I'm going to take this rectangle, hold Alt and Shift, and drag to the right to create a duplicate on the other side. Okay, so this looks good. I'm going to select these two rectangles and I'm going to drag them up to resize them by using the bounding box. Now I'm going to use the direct selection tool, which is the white arrow. I'm going to hit A on the keyboard to bring it up. Select the bottom part of these two rectangles and round them up. Okay, and now I'm going to create a new set of rectangles. So I'm going to be sure that I'm aligned here on this path and start drawing. So this should be the bottom part of the legs. Okay, so far so good. And as you can see, this is the knee and this is the rest of the leg. So we're talking about a very tall character. I might want to enlarge the chest area a bit more. I'm making some adjustments on the fly based on how I see that the silhouette of this character is coming along. So I'm going to draw the feet now. I'm going to just do some small rectangles, and I'm going to take the direct selection tool, select this anchor point only, and round it down. So this looks like a foot. Now I'm going to manually snap it to the side of the leg, scale it down, so it's much shorter. Maybe I'm going to overplay this shape, or underplay, I should say, so it's extra small. So I'm going to click and drag while holding Alt and Shift to create a duplicate on the other side, and now I'm going to right click, transform, reflect, and just reflect it horizontally. I'm going to snap it into place, and there we go. Now I'm going to create the arms, so I'm going to take the rectangle tool again. I'm going to start around here and draw some big rectangles. So I'm going to move this a bit to the side. And now I'm going to select this corner and round it. Maybe I want to drag this to the side after all, so it reads better. And I'm going to maybe decrease the size of this by selecting these two anchor points and dragging them up. So now I'm going to take the ellipse tool, hold Alt and Shift while in the center of this shape. So I'm going to create a perfect circle that's completely aligned to this other shape. I'm going to drag it up, so this should be like the fist of the character. And I'm going to copy this shape to duplicate it to the other side, and I'm going to reflect it as I did before. Snap it into place. Okay, so I'm quite happy with the result of this character, of this silhouette at least. I might want to adjust a few things. For example, I'm going to make this shape a bit wider and changing the size by using the bounding box, holding Alt and dragging. And I'm going to enlarge this shape as well, because I think his legs should be a bit bigger. So I'm just enlarging the size until it snaps with this line. And it's time to start adding some detail to this character. So I'm going to go ahead and color it and add some very simple detail. To do that, I'm going to use this swatch library called Material Palette, which is a free resource you can get from Google, so be sure to look it up and install it into your Adobe Illustrator. Okay, I have finished the character now. I have done quite a lot of detail. Even if it's a simple flat character, I have laid out some shadows and some advanced stuff that you may want to skip if you are not comfortable with it, or you can just go ahead and go crazy and add as much detail as you want. But at the end of the day, it's not the important thing about this course. The important thing is that you can learn how to exaggerate the body masses. And another thing that I want to emphasize now is the importance of a clear silhouette. So as you can see, I have only the silhouette on the right. And as you can see, every shape is very distinct and very clear and readable against the white background or any other color. A bad silhouette would be, for example, to have all of these together with no room to breathe. You can't figure out what the character is at first glance. This would